Hello everybody, Rose Thorne here. So today I am making a commentary style video for my channel. As all of you know, I used to do reaction videos to Chantal, but I quit doing them about a month or so ago because I wanted to focus on more creative, positive content. And although I am still doing the positive, creative content, I'm on Twitter and I go into different reaction channel live broadcasts and I still keep up with all things foodie beauty that way. I've been watching from afar, seeing everything that Foodie is doing, and I've got some definite thoughts about what's going on, and I wanted to share my thoughts with all of you. I want to go over some different points relating to Foodie. So let's start with point one. Point number one, Chantal is never going to change for the better. I know a lot of people got into Chantal years ago, and I do understand why. If you go back through her content about, say, 3 or 4 years ago, she was a different person. She was normal, she was relatable. A lot of people started liking her then, got into her content then, and started subscribing to her then. But the moment that Foodie got a taste of YouTube money, that's when everything started to go downhill. And she decided that rather than go in the direction of positive content, that she was going to use drama and shock value to get attention and therefore to get more money. Still though, a lot of people have gotten into her, and those long-time loyal viewers, they've been literally hanging on for dear life, waiting for some magic moment where there might be a redemption arc in all of it. That one day she wakes up and she decides, I'm going to get rid of Nade, I'm going to take care of my health, I'm going to take care of my pets, I'm going to be a good friend to my friend Pete's, I'm going to be the woman that I should be. I'd like to say to those people, that hope that you have, it's a pipe dream. It's never going to occur. Chantal is not interested in changing for the better. She's making far too much money with the drama and the back and forth between her and Nade, and as long as she continues to make money, she's going to keep it up. She thinks she's got a successful formula for profit, and the only way that change is going to happen is if it's no longer profitable. She starts to lose a lot of money, then she might come around, but until then, she's going to stick with it. So for anybody out there waiting for Foodie to change in a positive way, change for the better, you're going to be waiting a long, 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 long time. And even if you do wait that long, it's still never going to occur. Point number two, 99.99% of the things that you see with Chantal, it's all scripted. It's all made up. I would like to mention something that Foodie herself has said. Foodie has gone on record as saying that she's always wanted her own reality show. Now, a real reality show, like say on TV, there is a script at play, there are script writers, there's a director, there's rules to follow for the fake drama. Chantal has created her own version of a reality show where she's the director, producer, writer, and she makes up her own rules. She doesn't have to follow anybody else's rules but her own. But pretty much almost everything you hear and see with Foodie it's fake. It's made up, it's scripted. So you got to take it with more than a couple of grains of salt. As I said a moment ago, Chantal is not interested in positive content with doing a redemption arc of any kind, showing positive content to our audience. So since she's going in the direction of shock value and finding things that gross people out, make them disgusted, make them shocked, in order to keep her quote-unquote story going, she has run the gamut with shocking, disgusting topics that she could bring into her story just to give it another layer. I want to take a minute to go back to the history of her quote-unquote story. She started off in a place where she was doing mukbangs, which was fine. And then she brought in the drugs. And the drug arc triggered a lot of people. It affected a lot of people, but she didn't care because she was making money. And then the drug arc became the arc where she was talking about DV, and then SA, and then STDs. Foodie has literally hit the ceiling with finding topics to bring into her story, something new, something interesting. As far as negative, toxic topics, she's run out. So the only thing that she has to focus on now is the back and forth between her and Nade. But for her, it's her reality show and it's her story. And for anybody out there that's ever read a story, stories can be all true or mostly true or not true at all. In Foodie's case, there's very little truth in her story. There might be nuggets of truth here and there, but not much. So she's making up things as she goes, and her script sucks, but it's still her script. Next point. Let's talk about Nade. A lot of people want Nade to go away. A lot of people don't like Nade. He's a bad guy. He's toxic. Ever since he came onto the scene and became part of the Chantal show, it's ruined her and it's ruined her channel. It's made her a lot worse. You can look at her videos before Nade, how she behaved, how she looked, compared to what happened to her after he came fully into the picture. I know a lot of people want Nade to go away. Everybody is just hoping that she comes to her senses and she gets rid of him. I got some bad news for the people that are hoping that he will go away. He's never going to go away. Never. Never. He's never going away. He's in it for the long haul. And Chantal is never going to get rid of him because she is desperate for a companion. And no decent man is going to take her on with the way that she behaves. No decent man would put up with even half the things that she does. She doesn't take care of her health. She is not hygienic. She has a filthy household. She's selfish, self-absorbed, narcissistic, gluttonous. No decent man is going to put up with that. And she knows that. So Nade is literally the best she can do. Chantal is not interested in having real love or real relationship because that would mean she would have to change herself, and she's not going to do that. So Nade is her paid companion that enables her bad behavior. And he's around as long as there's a paycheck. She's got her hooks deep into him, and he's got his hooks deep into her. As long as she's bringing in that YouTube money, he's not going anywhere. And Chantal's not going to push him away because, as I've said, what else is there for her to talk about? If Nade were not in the picture, what else would she talk about? What else would there be? There's literally nothing else. There's no points of interest in her life. So she has to keep him around. And so she is. Chantal needs attention from her audience. She needs attention from Nade. And she's willing to pay thousands of dollars to keep this man in place. Anything he asks for, anything he wants, she's going to provide. So anybody out there that's hoping that Chantal will just wake up one day and come to her senses and get rid of him, never going to happen. As long as she's got a paycheck, as long as he's got access to that paycheck, he's staying put. So expect to see more of him, not less, on her channel. Let's talk about the reaction channels for a moment. I know that Chantal doesn't like the reaction channel. She doesn't like what they have to say. She gets rather irritable and angry when she talks about the reaction channels. But let's be clear. She owes all of the reaction channels a big thank you for several reasons. Number one, because this whole past year of her constant live streaming and nothing but live streaming, no edited videos, the reaction channels have literally carried her on their backs, keeping her content interesting by adding their commentary, their humor, their wit, their sarcasm. Without the reaction channels doing that, a lot of people would have stopped watching Chantal a long time ago. I remember all the way back New Year's of this year. That's when everything kicked off with her doing nothing but live streaming. She did that 6 to 8 hour live stream on New Year's and she made $600, and that's when she got greedy and she decided, well, I'm not going to do any more edited videos. What's the point? I could just live stream and make a bunch of money. And that's when she started wearing everybody out with constant live streams, although there was nothing interesting going on in any one of them. And it was the reaction channels that made what she was doing interesting via editing and commentary. She owes them a big thank you for that. Because like I said, without them, people would have stopped watching a long time ago. Because her content on its own is not interesting. It's extremely boring, monotonous. She doesn't have the good sense to do different things just to keep it fresh and interesting for people. Also, another point, those reaction channels, because of them being around, because there are so many reaction channels that cover her content, it's been personal protection for her YouTube channel. Let me explain that. A lot of people have asked the question, why hasn't YouTube shut down her channel? She's broken every rule in the TOS multiple times. She's been reported multiple times. Why hasn't YouTube done anything about her? The answer is very simple. Because of the reaction channels. Chantal's channel on its own doesn't make a whole lot of money for YouTube, but if you put together the combined income of all the reaction channels, the super chats, the memberships, the views, that's a lot of money. YouTube is a company. They're very interested in the bottom line, in the profit, and they know as long as they leave Chantal alone, those channels will exist. They will continue to make money, and so they don't mess with anything. So Chantal can go on breaking rules. They're not going to do anything about her. So again, that's another reason for Chantal to say thank you to all those reaction channels, because without them, her content on its own, her channel on its own, would not have survived this long. Last point. Anybody watching Chantal, hoping for things to get better, it's never going to get better. It's only going to get worse. I've taken a peek at Chantal and seen her looking very jaundiced, eating tons and tons of food. Her health is getting worse. Her content is getting worse. Her situation with Nade is getting worse. It's never going to get better. Never. Could she turn things around? Yes, she could. But again, she's not interested, because to turn things around would mean work. It would mean she would have to change. Change means work, and she's not interested in work. And so she's just sticking to the formula. And unfortunately, it means more boring, toxic content for us all to be witness to. So if you're someone and you're looking at Chantal and hoping for different content, you're going to be hoping a long time, and it's never going to happen. But just, if you're someone watching Chantal through a reaction channel, just take it for face value, for entertainment. Understand that what you're watching is a liar, writing a story as they go, making up their own sloppy script, bringing in drama, bringing in more lies, bringing in other people to keep the lies going. And it's just Chantal just trying to get through another month or another 6 months and still make money. And so she's just racking her brain, trying to figure out how to manipulate people, con people into staying on her channel, buying memberships, watching her videos, watching her live streams. But there's going to be no good in any of it. It's just her being a liar, making up lies, and keeping the lies going, stacking one lie on top of another lie, on top of another lie, on top of another lie. So if that's your entertainment, it's entertainment, but don't take her seriously, because Chantal is not about telling the truth and keeping it real with people. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and please take care. Bye-bye.